You just ate lunch and now your brain is gone. That heaviness that hits after certain meals, like someone pulled the plug on your focus, the brain fog that rolls in right after eating, even when you slept fine the night before. Most people blame the food. Too many carbs, too much sugar. But what if the problem isn't what you ate, it's what's living inside the place where you ate it? Because the chemicals your brain uses to focus, to stay sharp, to keep you locked in, most of them aren't made in your brain at all. You've felt this. That post-lunch crash where reading the same paragraph 3 times still doesn't land. The afternoon meeting where you're physically present but mentally checked out. Or maybe it's subtler. Some days your focus just flows, ideas connect, decisions feel easy. Other days everything takes twice the effort and half the result. Same sleep, same caffeine, same routine, but something is different. Here's what most people never consider. The difference between those days might not start in your head. It might start about 2 feet lower. Your brain runs on chemicals called neurotransmitters. Serotonin regulates your mood and mental stamina. Dopamine drives your motivation and reward processing, and GABA, short for gamma-aminobutyric acid, is your brain's natural brake pedal. It quiets the mental noise so you can actually concentrate. For decades, scientists assumed these were purely brain chemicals, made in the brain, used by the brain. They were wrong. Research published in the journal Cell now shows that approximately 90% of your body's serotonin is produced in the gut, not the brain. Your intestinal bacteria also manufacture precursors to dopamine and GABA. Your gut doesn't just digest food. It runs a chemical factory that supplies your brain with the raw materials for focus, mood, and clarity. So when that factory is understaffed, when the bacteria responsible for producing these chemicals are starving or outnumbered, your brain doesn't get what it needs and you feel it, not as a stomach problem, as brain fog. The connection is called the gut-brain axis. It's a two-way communication highway between your intestinal microbiome and your central nervous system, running primarily through the vagus nerve. Here's what makes this relevant to your focus. A specific group of bacteria called Bifidobacterium plays a disproportionate role in this system. Bifidobacterium helps maintain the intestinal lining, which prevents inflammatory compounds from leaking into the bloodstream, a process that directly impairs cognitive function. These bacteria also produce short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which have been shown to support brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein essential for learning, memory, and neural adaptation. But here's the problem. Modern diets high in processed foods, low in fiber, systematically starve bifidobacterium. When these colonies shrink, the gut's chemical output drops, and your brain pays the price in focus, in clarity, in that vague sense that your mind just isn't as sharp as it should be. The fix isn't adding more bacteria, it's feeding the ones you already have. Your gut already contains bifidobacterium colonies. They're indigenous, they've adapted to your specific biology. What they need is the right fuel to grow and outcompete harmful strains. That fuel is prebiotic fiber, specifically a type called inulin combined with fructooligosaccharides. These are soluble fibers found naturally in chicory root. They pass through your stomach undigested and arrive intact in the colon, where bifidobacterium ferments them. Research in humans has shown that consistent intake of inulin phos can shift bifidobacteria distribution in the gut dramatically, supporting not just digestion, but the entire chemical supply chain that feeds your brain. 3 practical steps to start rebuilding this connection. First, increase prebiotic fiber from whole foods. Chicory root, garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, and bananas are all natural sources of inulin. Second, reduce ultra-processed food, which feeds harmful bacteria at the expense of bifidobacterium. You don't need to eliminate everything, but shifting the ratio matters. Third, consider targeted prebiotic supplementation. Not a probiotic with 20 billion random cultures, a prebiotic that feeds the bacteria your gut already has. Look for a formula built around inulin phos from chicory root with a clinically relevant dose of at least 2 grams per serving and no proprietary blends hiding the real amounts. If you want to go deeper into the research behind prebiotic fiber and the gut-brain connection, including what to look for on a supplement label and what dosages the studies actually used, I've put together a detailed breakdown in the description below this video. It covers the specific type of fiber that clinical trials have linked to bifidobacterium growth and includes a direct link to the formula I found that matches those research criteria. No fillers, transparent dosing, and the exact ingredient used in the studies. The link is right below. Take a look when you're ready. This kind of research is what Cognitive Insight Lab covers every week, the science behind why your brain works the way it does and what you can actually do about it. If you want to keep up, subscribing takes 2 seconds. Your gut and your brain aren't separate systems. They're partners, and when one is struggling, the other feels it even if you never connect the two. The fog that rolls in after lunch, the focus that disappears for no clear reason, the mental sharpness that used to come easy but now takes effort. Sometimes the answer isn't in your head. It's in what you're feeding the system underneath it. Thanks for spending these minutes with me. If this changed how you think about focus even a little, leave a like. It helps more people find this. I'll see you in the next one. This content is for educational purposes only and does not replace professional medical advice. Always consult your doctor before making changes to your supplement routine.